So on my Facebook and on my Instagram, a lot of you guys have been linking this over to me, the 10 richest politicians in the Philippines in 2025. Now, when you guys linked this over, you said, Vision, just check it out. It's very interesting with certain information and kind of showing you like the levels to it in the Philippines. Now, when I watched this, okay, remember, I'm not over here taking political sides and this and that. I just like learning information, new information, and I like seeing things that are intriguing like this, right? Like, what are the 10 richest politicians? You know, I still feel like I have that child mind in a sense. Of course, I'm an adult, but I feel like I have that child curiosity. Like, what are the richest politicians in the Philippines in 2025? So when I look at this video, it is mainly for that. Of course, I will share my opinion with certain things, but I need you guys to remember that. There is no choosing sides here. This is not what I'm doing. This is not what I want to do. I just want to be able to showcase some facts, maybe some cool things, interesting things. Why? Why is it the richest? You know, stuff like that. Feel me? I love you guys. I truly do. So thank you for linking it over. I know you guys would know that I would find this interesting. That's why you guys linked it over on Facebook and Instagram. So without further ado, make sure to follow me on those too, by the way, Facebook, Instagram. I'll be posting on there too, my life too, hey, if you guys want to see what I do. Regardless, I love you guys. Let's see this together, please. Let's go.
In politics, power usually gets all the attention.
Yeah.
But what about wealth? We're not just talking about fancy cars or posh houses. We're talking billions.
Holy moly, bro.
In this video, we're counting down the 10 richest politicians in the Philippines in 2025.
What do you even do with billions? Like, what do you even do?
These aren't just public servants. They're tycoons, business moguls, and heirs to dynasties that stretch across industries and generations.
These are families, obviously.
Some made their fortunes before politics. Others built wealth because of politics. A few are surprisingly low profile, yet unbelievably loaded. So who are they?
Unbelievably loaded.
How did they earn or inherit their riches? And just how much are they really worth? Hello and welcome back to my channel, Fun Fact. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a deep dive like this one. You're about to see just how powerful wealth in politics can get. Sadly, most of our politicians don't make it a habit to update or publicly declare their net worth. So we've done the math ourselves to estimate their real 2025 fortunes. Let's find out. This is the 10 richest politicians in the Philippines, 2025. Number 10 is Julio Ledesma IV. Julio Ledesma IV served as a representative of Negros Occidental's 1st District for multiple terms,
Ledesma IV.
establishing himself as a seasoned political figure with deep roots in both governance and business. Known for his quiet yet enduring influence in local politics, Ledesma also comes from an affluent family in Negros.
Yeah, when you see the fourth in his name.
Economic and political ties. Although he has stepped back from national limelight in recent years, his wealth and legacy continue to make waves behind the scenes. Back in 2015, Ledesma declared a net worth of 1 billion pesos.
Bro, what?
And since then, he's kept things low-key. No updates, no headlines, just silence. But make no mistake, his fortune hasn't been sitting idle. Ledesma hails from one of Negros Occidental's most powerful clans, with interests in sugar, land, and local enterprises that have been quietly thriving.
Sometimes I be forgetting people
Given
own
the
this stuff.
typical performance of wealth in sectors like agriculture, land ownership, and passive investments, it's reasonable to project an average annual growth rate of about 6%. So we did the math. After a decade of quiet compounding, Julio Ledesma IV's estimated net worth in 2025 would now be a solid 1.8 billion pesos.
Bro, come on.
Still putting him among the richest political figures in the country.
Wait, is there higher than
Next,
this,
we have
bro?
a tie at number 8. Two politicians who share not just influence, but also nearly identical net worths. That means there's no 9th place on this list. Tie at number 8 is Emeline Aglipay-Villar. Emeline is a former congresswoman who represented the DIWA party list and later served as Undersecretary and Acting Secretary of the Department of Justice under the Duterte administration.
Duterte.
She's also a staunch advocate for women's rights and persons with disabilities. But beyond her credentials, Emmeline is best known for being married to Senator Mark Villar, the son of the Philippines' richest man, former Senate President Manny Villar. That marriage alone places her within the orbit of staggering wealth and political power. In 2017, Aglipay declared a net worth of 1.4 billion pesos, making her one of the richest female politicians at the time. But since then, radio silence. No updates, no disclosures. Here's the thing, Emmeline isn't just wealthy on her own. Marrying into the Villar dynasty changed the game.
Yeah.
The family controls a vast empire in real estate, retail, and banking. Even without running the day-to-day,
transportation.
Being part of the family means access.
Is this what he... Oh, no, these are his interests. Mining, transportation, schools, health, trade, finance, hospitality, power, communicate. Yo, oh my goodness. And like I said before, like, it's crazy that people actually own this stuff. Sometimes you be forgetting because you're living your day-to-day. And you're like, man, somebody owned that piece of grass over there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's crazy to think about as a human being, you know what I mean? Like, somebody owned that piece of grass, or somebody owns, like, this giant building. Like, what? Like, you know what I mean?
Banking. Even without running the day-to-day, being part of the family means access to shared investments, expanding assets, and rapidly compounding wealth, on top of her own income from law, politics, and consulting. So how fast could that fortune be growing?
And how is she in law, by the way?
Like the Villars,
let me know.
Where wealth is aggressively reinvested, growth often outpaces normal expectations. Case in point, Manny Villar grew his net worth from $5.6 billion in 2018 to $17.2 billion in 2025, according to Forbes. An annual growth rate of around 17.4%
per year.
Apply that same rate to Emmeline's last known net
Even the stock market don't be like that.
1.4 billion pesos in 2017, and her 2025 fortune likely stands at around 4.31 billion pesos.
The stock market is like by 6%, so 17% annual. That's insane.
Also tied at number 8 is Mark Villar. Mark is a sitting senator. Before his election to the Senate in 2022, he served as Secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways under President Duterte, where he led the ambitious Build, Build, Build program.
Oh, yeah, I seen this in the Duterte video.
As one of the 3 children of billionaire Manny Villar, Mark is not just a public official, he's an heir to a sprawling empire that spans real estate, retail, and banking. Using the same 17.4% annual growth rate based on his father's financial trajectory, Mark Villar's net worth in 2025 is estimated at around 4.31 billion pesos.
Bro. And that's the same as the other one, right? Or the wife? Is that the wife, right?
Number 7 is Michael Mikey Romero. Mikey Romero is a veteran lawmaker currently serving as a congressman under the one-packman party list. He also held the powerful post of deputy speaker during the 18th Congress. In 2020, Romero declared a net worth of 6.5 billion pesos.
Also 135 million US.
No updates, no declarations, nothing. So where is his wealth now? Romero is no ordinary public servant. He's a business juggernaut. He chairs Global Port 900 in Key and holds large stakes in port operations, logistics firms,
like I was saying,
real estate, and even AirAsia Philippines.
You be forgetting people own these stuff.
These are not stagnant businesses. They're cash machines that have grown alongside the Philippine economy. His port terminals handle massive cargo volumes. His properties have appreciated in value, and his airline investment is rebounding in a post-pandemic travel boom. For businessmen in these sectors, a 6% yearly increase in net worth is typical.
Yo, can I mention something?
No flashy headlines, no public bragging.
Why are, this is not to say anything like towards him, but like, why do like so many rich people always play golf? What is it about golf that rich people always be playing golf. For what? You know what I mean? Like, even if I was like super duper rich, I mean, this is obviously opinion. Listen, you can see Cristiano Ronaldo painting up there. You know, I'd be playing soccer. Like, you'd see me playing soccer at 70, bro. I don't care if my knees are broken and click-clacking. It don't matter, bro. I'm going to just do it. With that being out the way. I mean, some of y'all, too. Y'all probably be like, because I know a lot of you guys play basketball, for example. Like, you guys have been telling me in the comments, like favorite basketball team and stuff like that. And some of you do play soccer, right? Yo, let me know. I mean, hey, that's kind of crazy. But, like, why is it golf? Like, it's always the rich folk playing golf. Why? Why? You know what I mean? Like, answer that for me. I'm not even trying to be ignorant, but, like, do you notice that pattern? Like, low-key, like...
But if you run the numbers, they speak for themselves. By 2025, Mikey Romero's estimated net worth is a staggering 8.7 billion pesos.
Insane.
Number 6 is Ferdinand Martin Gomez Romualdez. Martin Romualdez is the current Speaker of the House of Representatives and a first cousin of President Bongbong Marcos Jr. He's been the congressman of Leyte's 1st District for many years, and during his time in office, he helped pass several major laws. But his political rise hasn't been without controversy. In early 2025, he and other House leaders were accused of tampering with the national budget, falsifying documents and adding unauthorized projects worth 241 billion pesos. A criminal and graft complaint was filed at the Office of the Ombudsman. On top of that, he was linked to the political drama involving Vice President Sara Duterte, playing a big role in the impeachment case against her, possibly to clear the path for his own run for president in 2028. Now let's talk about his wealth. Back in 2015, Romualdez declared his net worth at 475 million pesos. But after that, he stopped reporting it. Then, in 2023, headlines exploded. He donated a jaw-dropping 112 million pesos to Harvard University.
Dang, bro.
That's not something most rich people, even billionaires, just casually do. So people started asking, how rich is this guy really? Experts from the Lilly Family School of Philanthropy at Indiana University, which researches charitable giving, say that wealthy people only donate around 1% of their total wealth. So if Romualdez gave 112 million pesos to Harvard, that means his estimated wealth is not lower than 11.2 billion pesos.
I mean, I thought it was going to be more low-key. My math just be off.
The top 5 richest politicians in the Philippines. Taking the number 5 spot is none other than Ramon Gico Jr. Ramon Gico Jr. is a seasoned politician currently serving as a representative of Pangasinan's 5th District in the House of Representatives. He is the president of the League of Municipalities of the Philippines. Known for his humility and clean track record, Gico has never been involved in any corruption scandals and remains deeply adored by his constituents.
That's cool.
Beyond politics, Ramon Gico Jr. is a savvy businessman.
And by the way, that's hard to do, man, because even if you're a good guy in politics, I feel like when you're in politics, bro, you're going to be loved or hated. It's just GG's. Like, there's nothing you could do. I don't think it's possible to be the most, I mean, even in the world, even if you're not a politician, you cannot be loved by everyone. It's just how the world works. It's how the world operates. It's hard to find, and like few in between people who would understand that fact and then love humans for just who they are as humans, right? Like, we're all humans, bro. We all make mistakes. We all have things. But like, no one will have someone who just is loved by everyone. It's just impossible. You just cannot find that. That's just the reality. And like, especially in politics. So I guarantee after this statement, somebody in the comments gonna hate this guy. I guarantee it. I've never found a guy, right, where everyone in my comments doesn't, like, at least one person hate the guy. Like, that's just how it works, right? It's just how it is, man. That's the world. But hey, if it is true, who knows?
With a diverse and thriving portfolio.
Good job for him,
He
though.
heads the World City Group, which includes World City Medical Center in Quezon City, World City Colleges with 4 campuses across Luzon, and World City Aeronautical and Technological College, a renowned flying school for pilots and aviation engineers. In addition to education and healthcare, Guico also owns a profitable construction business responsible for key infrastructure projects in Luzon, including the development of multi-classroom school buildings that support local communities.
Schools, medical.
Despite his massive business empire, Guico keeps a low profile, focusing on service rather than spotlight.
Hey, that's nice.
His
That's very
clean
sweet.
political record, combined with his business success, has quietly built him a net worth estimated at 15 billion
Jeez,
pesos as of 2025. At number 4 is Antonio Albi Benitez. Albi Benitez is the current mayor of Bacolod City and is set to return to Congress in 2025. Before politics, he built a fortune through Bright Light Productions, Media Ventures, and Philippine Gaming Management Corporation, PGMC, which supplies gaming systems to the PCSO. His wealth comes mainly from gaming, real estate, and broadcasting.
Hey, from gaming, bro.
Known for his
What they
low-key,
playing?
pragmatic style, Benitez has avoided controversy until recently.
Oh, there you
His
go.
legal wife filed for annulment, accusing him of womanizing and psychological abuse. She is also linked romantically to social influencer Ivana Alawi, sparking public attention. In May 2025, Benitez declared a net worth of 18.83 billion
That's
pesos.
insane, bro. Now I just got me wondering, what's number 1 like?
Moving on.
He's in the 18
The
billions.
third richest politician in the Philippines in 2025 is Antonio Ernesto Anton Florendo Lacdameo Jr. Anton Lacdameo is far more than just a public official. He currently serves as special assistant to the president and is one of Bongbong Marcos's most trusted advisors. A longtime friend and top campaign strategist, he operates quietly behind the scenes, but wields serious influence within Malacanang.
Malacanang.
Born into the powerful Florendo dynasty of Mindanao, Lagdameo's wealth comes from old money. His family controls the Anflo group of companies, which owns vast banana plantations and major holdings across various industries. Private jets, generational wealth,
And
and
the
zero
private jets
tabloid
too, bro.
noise. He
What do you even do
embodies
with
the
that, like-
quiet billionaire lifestyle.
Private jets, bro.
In 2022, Lagdameo made waves with a staggering 247.23 million peso donation to the Marcos campaign, the biggest individual political contribution that year. As mentioned earlier with Martin Romualdez, a global study by Indiana University's Lilly Family School of Philanthropy shows that ultra-wealthy donors typically give around
1%,
1% of their net worth to campaigns.
Wait, the other guy gave what, 2
If
million
we apply
pesos?
that same conservative estimate, Lagdameo's donation hints at a massive fortune. As of 2025, Antonio Lagdameo Jr.'s estimated net worth stands at 24.7 billion pesos.
Oh, dude. Oh, these
And
two
now
left.
coming in at number 2 is none other than the man who doesn't just lead the nation, he inherited it. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., born into one of the most controversial political dynasties in the world.
See what I mean? Uh-oh.
Bongbong Marcos is the only son of former dictator
I don't know about this part. I
Ferdinand
just like the
Marcos
information.
Sr.
Feel me, like-
and former First Lady Imelda Marcos. As of 2025, he sits as the President of the Republic and is widely seen as the custodian of a legendary and heavily scrutinized family fortune. Now let's talk wealth. On paper, Bongbong Marcos's declared SAL-N in 2013 showed a modest 442 million pesos. However, the Marcos family had already been living in Forbes Park in Makati, where the average property price is around 1.5 billion pesos, before moving into Malacanang Palace in 2022. The Marcos
just a crazy
family
house.
has been linked to billions in alleged ill-gotten wealth, hidden in Swiss bank accounts, U.S. real estate, dummy corporations, and secret funds.
That's insane, bro.
The Philippine government has recovered over 170 billion pesos in assets so far, and that's just the beginning. Multiple reputable sources, including Bloomberg and Rappler,
what are we jumping
estimate
from?
the Marcos fortune at 10 billion to 13 billion US dollars. Now that Bongbong Marcos is back in full control of Malacanang, much of that wealth remains secure, untouched, and possibly still growing. So how much does Bongbong really have? Let's be conservative and say he has access to just 10% of that fortune. That put his realistic 2025 net worth at around 56 billion pesos.
We just jumped from like 20 or 18 to
list,
56.
The richest politician in the Philippines in 2025
56
is
wasn't
none other than Cynthia Villar. Cynthia Villar isn't just a senator. She's the matriarch of one of the most powerful business dynasties in the country.
Oh my goodness,
behind Vista Land, All Home, Golden Haven, and more. For decades, she's been a central figure in Philippine real estate, politics, and public service.
So she's been the main one,
now
basically.
Let's talk serious money. Her
on the money.
husband, former Senate President
that one.
Manny Villar, is officially listed by Forbes as the richest Filipino in 2025, with a jaw-dropping net worth of $17.2 billion. That's roughly 984 billion pesos.
Okay, but how much for her?
Under Philippine law, married couples without a prenuptial agreement share assets equally. And in the Villar's case, it's not just a legal technicality, it's business reality. Cynthia Villar has been actively involved in their empire since day one. She's not just the spouse, she's a co-founder. So what's her fair share? 984 billion pesos divided by 2 equals 492 billion
Wait a
pesos.
minute. What just
Estimated
happened?
net worth in 2025, 492 billion pesos.
What
That officially makes Cynthia Villar the wealthiest politician in the Philippines today.
Whoa, what did
by
that
a
jump?
wide margin. No need for SALN
That's craziness.
tricks, inheritance guesses, or speculative math. The numbers speak for themselves. From inherited fortunes to quiet empires built behind closed doors, these are the billionaires shaping the Philippines.
You know, these videos are really interesting for me because it kind of shows that other side, right? Because sometimes you go to the Philippines, you see these beautiful islands and all of these beautiful things, and then sometimes you forget, of course, there's politics, there's other things like that, and sometimes you don't even need to delve too deep into like why, and then you have to pick sides and all that. Sometimes you could just look at the information, and sometimes the information being like, hey, look how wealthy these individuals are. And I feel like it's really intriguing to look at because it shows you that there's people who own these things, or sometimes you can learn about who actually owns that and who actually owns that, because I feel like knowledge is power when it comes to these certain things. In general, I feel like knowledge is power. It doesn't mean you have to do something with it. Sometimes it's just cool to know, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you just know dummy facts, right? Like, sometimes I be knowing dummy facts about space. But does it mean I'm going to use it in my lifetime? Probably not. I don't even know if I'm going to ever go to space, right? But you just be knowing. And it's cool to know because it shows you beauties about certain things, or it can show you, like, certain other things and explains it in itself. So that's kind of why I love videos like this, because it allows you to know things knowledgeably, like, hey, this person owns this and they have this much money. Like, so if you ever see this person, you know, they own this and they own that, it's cool to know. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Maybe I'm a weirdo. Call me weird. Go ahead. That's fine with me. But I just enjoy it. I really love it. I mean, you guys know that I enjoy it, which is why you guys link these over. So thank you so much for everything. And thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hey, if you liked it, leave a like. If you loved it, subscribe. If you want more, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, till next time, guys. Peace.
Yeah, look. How good you been living? Wait, how good you been living? I've been living too good for you. I've been living too. Did what I did and I do it again. Every move that I make, I ain't feeling repent. Nobody believes to believe it's a friend, and you question your moves like you really won't end.